Okay, you might be pretty bad at Geometry Dash, and there's probably the reason why you clicked on this video. So I'm going to show you some methods that can make you better at Geometry Dash. And okay, this one is probably pretty obvious, but number one is probably having your volume on when you're playing, because the thing is that the music also kind of has a cue on when you should jump sometimes. Okay, I don't know how I forgot to say this, but remember, Geometry Dash is a rhythm game. Like, maybe on each beat of this song, there's a click. That's the first tip, but the second tip is so much more important. So let's say I was playing Club Step, and I was bad at the game, so what happened was I would just not know what to do, and I would just die. Something important that I'd like you to consider is not to neglect practice mode, especially when you're on harder levels. Maybe if you're playing something easy, then it won't really matter. You don't really need to use practice mode. But if you find yourself that you keep dying to part, like let's say for some reason I couldn't do this part when I was playing from zero, then I could just practice it, which I'm okay. That was a bad example because this part you just click 4 times, but yeah. Here's what I say is like a good lead up. That last question is a good lead up to this question. And that's that you should probably have a pretty positive mindset, because when you just feel mad, then you probably won't do very well. Let's say I was playing a level, which I'm just going to create a level really quickly, and I'll give you the most amazing and the most beautiful scenario ever. Just watch this absolute movie. Okay, so I just made an example level, but guys, watch this absolute movie. Okay. No! I died! No! I just died again! And again! Oh my god! I just can't beat this level! Let me beat this level! Please! Or you can just be like this. Oh, good diddler. I just beat this level, which is impossible. Here's what I'm gonna name it, by the way, which I recommend you should do if you want. Yeah, but this next method, if you have the full game, is really important. So let's say I want to play Decode, but it's kind of like the practice mode thing. Sometimes, instead of playing from the very start of the level, it's good to get consistent at the very end of the level. So this is basically just practice mode, but it's really good if you want to make a copy if you're on the full version. And then maybe you could get 77 to 100. And then when you're done, maybe you could go a little bit further back and get 49. This next one could also relate to the having a positive mindset one, but also, okay, just if you feel really frustrated, it's also a pretty good decision just to take a break, you know, and not worry about it. Then you could come back the next day and finish the level off. And don't just continue playing the level with your negative mindset as we're talking about, because a lot of time when you feel really tilted, you're just gonna do stupid stuff and you're gonna get even more frustrated, and it adds up. Which also relates to that movie I showed you guys earlier. And I hope you learned something from this video, but thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.